today we're going to talk about poetry, but before we get into that, I want to introduce myself. My name is Thomas Kneeland. You may call me Mr. Thomas, or you may call me Mr. Kneeland. I'm an author and poet and speaker. I'm also the founder and executive director of the Kneeland Center for Poetry. We're a nonprofit and we focus on creative writing. That's why I'm here today to talk to you guys about poetry and all the beauty that it creates. I'm also a published author and have written 6 books, 5 of which are poetry books and 1 is a how-to on how to write poetry. The things that you'll need for today, just a few things. I'll need your time, and I'll also need your brain power, an iPad or a notebook if you don't have an iPad, and a pencil if you don't have an iPad. The things that we're going to do today, very simple. We're going to talk about poetry, what it is, and why we use it. We're also going to have a section to do some independent writing, twice actually. And then I'll give the opportunity for you guys to share what you've written. As Mrs. Beasley said, the last class was very, they opened up and a lot of them shared their poems and they were really good. So I hope that you guys can have that same experience today. And then I'll read some poetry from the books that I've written today towards the end of our time. And then I'll open up for any questions if you guys have questions. When we think about poetry, who already knows what it is? Yeah. Who's heard of the word poetry? Yeah, good, okay. All right, who's written a poem before? Okay. Who wants to maybe try writing a poem today? Try. Okay. All right. And so, based on what you already know about poetry, can somebody tell me like what they think it is? There are no wrong answers. Yeah. What's your name?
Poetry is words written on paper that make sense.
Okay. Okay. Words on paper that make sense. Perfect answer.
Sometimes like the poetry can actually like repeating itself over and over, like rhyming words.
Yeah, like rhyming words repeating itself over and over. Good.
Writing from your heart.
I'm sorry?
Writing from your heart.
Writing from your heart. That's good. Yeah, absolutely.
So poems can be used for like expressing emotions.
Okay, got a hand over here.
Like very creative kind of.
No, there are no wrong answers. It can be a multitude of things. All right. So the definition that I have here today is by Paul Engel, who's also an author. He says that poetry is ordinary language raised to the nth power. Poetry is boned with ideas, nerved and blooded with emotions, all held together by the delicate, tough skin of words. Okay. So when you read that, what does it look like poetry is? Say it all at once. Human. A human body. A human. Okay, good. Right, so, and how we get to this is by looking at poetry. First, poetry is boned with ideas. So what do our bones do?
Keep us like strong.
Yeah, strong.
Up straight.
Up straight, yeah.
Keep us together.
Together. Keep us, you said standing? Keep us standing, absolutely. Right? So our bones give us structure, right?
Yeah.
So same way, poetry can have structure, or it cannot. Okay? It's boned with ideas, and those ideas help us to create that overarching structure of a poem. All right. Then we have nerved and blooded. So we have nerves all over our body, right? And we also have blood flowing as well. And so when we think about nerved and blooded with emotions, when we write poems, we're expressing our true self, or expressing our emotions, right? We allow those emotions to flow through the poem, right? And then it's all held together by delicate, tough skin, okay? So if we didn't have our skin, right, we'd just be muscle, right? Anatomically speaking, thank you. But then also we just have like our organs just out in the open. But the delicate, tough skin of the words that we choose, make the poem fortified, makes it strong, makes it unique. Now, there's another way that I'd like for you to think about poetry. I think about poetry as food. You're hungry again? Yeah. I like food. Who likes food? Every candy. So we're on poetry is food, right? And so food is made up of ingredients, right? All right. So in order to get, let's say, a slice of pizza, you need the crust, cheese, pepperoni, sausage, bacon, pineapples, olives, anchovies, whatever you want, right? Just as you need ingredients for food, you also need ingredients for poetry. There's one more way I want you to look at poetry. Poetry as a home. Now when you think about a home and how a home is built, right? How is a home built? Like what are some of the things you see